Hi, I'm Phil Ash. I'm the Procurement and Cost Transformation Director for CityFibre. I started working in telecoms in 1999 after I graduated. So at the time it was the height of the dot-com boom. We were starting the transition from analog telecoms to digital, and there was a massive explosion in the growth of the internet. So it was a really exciting time to be joining the industry back then. Since then, the pace of change has just accelerated. One of the biggest challenges I faced in my career was being made redundant from BT after 21 years. Initially, BIE reached out to me proactively, but based on the very first interaction I had with the organisation, with James Garrardi, he really spent the time to understand me as a person. I've had a background in a range of different areas outside of procurement, including sales, commercial management and finance. But James saw that as a real strength and was able to position me to as a prospective employer and put forward a role that was just a great fit for me. So I think the biggest risk I've taken throughout my career was probably my move to an interim role for the very first time. Given that BIE had placed me in a permanent role, a commercial director role, just a few years before, I knew that any kind of role that they suggested to me would be a great fit, not just professionally, but from a cultural perspective. After a year of contracting, I was made permanent, and I'm still there today as the Procurement and Cost Transformation Director. The role at CityFibre was a fantastic opportunity to take what was quite an immature procurement function and develop it and mature it. So that gave me a massive insight into what modern great procurement now looks like, which is about extending within the organisation across functions, whether that's operations, finance, IT. There's lots of opportunities that are coming our way in terms of the needs of the UK now as it grapples with the benefits and issues arising from AI. The relationship with BIE has gone from strength to strength over the 5 years that I've been working with them, building a really mature relationship. We've had regular check-ins, probably at least every quarter, to really get a good understanding of what's going on in the marketplace. I've used them to be a sounding board at many stages of my career, but also just to get professional advice. I've been more open and honest with BIE than I have with any other partner in this space. I've built up a lot of trust with BIE as an organisation. You know, there's a lot of players in this market that will throw lots of opportunities your way in the hope that something might stick. What BIE have brought to me, a very small number, just 2 opportunities that were highly tailored and specific to my skill set, which were great cultural fits. And therefore, you know, we've got a 100% strike rate. So my advice to other people looking for help and support in their career is to find themselves a really good partner. And what does that look like? For me, it's somebody that really takes the time to understand you as an individual, not just your career history, but about, you know, what's important to you, what are your values, where is your cultural fit out there in the marketplace.